What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and I'm doing another impressions video today. This time we are going to be covering Sun and Moon episode 135, which is titled The Semifinals, Kiawe vs. Gladion, and this was a pretty decent episode. It was kind of more, not like fillerish, but it felt like the first part of the episode was more so kind of taking a little bit of a break after the quarterfinals, which is what they kind of did after the end of the top 16 with that episode with Rowlet training. So, yeah, the first part of this episode was just kind of that, but then we get into the battle with Kiawe and Gladion. And I do like something here that I didn't really consider before, and I do like the fact that both Gladion and Kiawe are big brothers, in which both of their sisters are there to cheer them on, and it's pretty interesting. It's definitely a dynamic that I didn't consider between these two, so it's definitely interesting to see go on in this episode with, of course, Lily deciding to cheer on for for Lily. She's cheering on her brother Gladion, and then Kiawe's sister Hoshi is arriving there to support Kiawe, but she ends up getting into trouble with the Skull Gang. And I do like the fact that Gladion saves her, and I like how Gladion is portrayed here. He's very calm and collected, but it also shows a kind-hearted side with Hoshi reminding him of his little sister Lily, especially when she was young. And I do like that. And I like that Gladion has progressed a little bit as a character. He kind of was, standoffish in the beginning, and I do like the fact that, he's willing to do this and, help out Kiawe's little sister. Now, another thing I like in this episode is the small focus they had on Guzma and his gang, with the Skull members praising Guzma and talking about how he's, undefeated. He's never lost a match, apparently. Now, Plumeria is the one that's interesting character here, and I do like what they did here with her actually spying on Ash and Kiawe's training earlier in the episode, and then comes over to Guzma and tells him to not underestimate Ash. I thought that was pretty interesting, so she probably was watching their battle the whole time and sees that Ash and Kiawe are both competent trainers, and kind of warns him not to mess around, and he kind of shrugs it off, and he pretty much says that match in the finals are child's play, and he's going to destroy the league. And of course, the Skull Gang members are just all happy, talking about how, yeah, he's going to destroy the league, he's never lost a battle. And I like how it pans off to Plumeria, who mentions that the Grunts truly don't understand why Guzma has never lost. It shows that it's further alluding to him getting angry and running away from his battles and his problems. And I like this about Guzma's character, and I like what they're doing here. It does feel like it's happening a bit early, but I do like this focus here, and I do like that Plumeria is beginning to doubt Guzma's ability to win this because, he's seemingly got a big head, and he's might end up losing it because of his past and what he's done in previous battles, like what he did when he fought Ash in episode 115. So I do like this. This was a really good focus, and this was a good job that the Sun and Moon anime did here. Now, for the best part of the episode, obviously, is Kiawe versus Gladion. And I have to say, this is probably the best battle of the league so far. And I like the fact that the semifinals so far is showing that the best battles are up ahead now. Now that we're through the quarterfinals, I expect the battles to be top tier from this point, hopefully. And I do like the back and forth that goes on between Alolan Marowak and Lycanroc, especially with Lycanroc using Stone Edge and it being a problem for Marowak, which, while it does land a hit on Lycanroc, which it does a good job doing that. It does Flare Blitz to counter Stone Edge, and then does an Iron Head and bashes into Lycanroc's back, but then it turns around and uses Stone Edge right on it as it's vulnerable, defeating Marowak. And I like that. Good job on Gladion for that strategy. So that was cool. And I do like the fact that despite losing Marowak and having a handicap now, Kiawe comes back with Turtonator. And although Turtonator does take a lot of damage, and it seems like Lycanroc is putting it, it's definitely, giving it a run for its money, I like that in the midst of battle, Turtonator learns Focus Blast and eventually wins the battle after 2 Focus Blasts, I believe. And it forces Gladion to use Savali, and this was great. I really like that. I really like how the Sun and Moon anime is actually treating Kiawe here. He's not just a jobber. I was afraid that this was going to happen before the league, but he's doing a good job, and he's actually giving a good challenge to Gladion. And if I remember correctly, Ash hasn't even defeated one of Gladion's Pokemon before, so Kiawe got a win above Ash in this episode with Turtonator defeating Lycanroc. So yeah, good on Kiawe. Oh yeah, we also got Rip Kiawe in this episode. Isn't he supposed to be 10 or 12? He looks like a grown man here. But that's funny. But anyways, now for the things I didn't really care for in this episode. Although I thought it was kind of funny with Team Rocket talking about how they need to become evil again and begin working on that so they can capture all the Pokemon in the league. They need to sell donuts in order to fund their giant Gundam mechs. But I really feel like, even though this was kind of funny, it really felt like it wasted some valuable screen time that should have gone elsewhere. Same goes for the Bewear segment. And while it is cute and adorable, and it's been kind of alright, and I like kind of like, it seems like they're setting up something with that, I do feel like it took away a little bit from the episode, maybe cut that in half. And that's what I'd personally do. But like my biggest issue with the episode is with the semifinals and how they're set up, as it's only a 2v2 and not a 3v3. And I find this a bit annoying, as it should have been a 3v3. And I feel like a lot of people are not going to be happy with this, and it will be further discrediting the Alola League, with a lot of people calling this the worst league because it doesn't have like full-on 6v6 battles at this point. But whatever. And, you know, if you would have taken some of Team Rocket's screen time and maybe some of Bewear's and added it to here so we could get a 3v3, I think that would have been probably a little bit better, but whatever. This is a decision that the anime decided to take. So, overall, this was an okay episode. It's definitely not the best episode of the league. It's just ironic because it has the best battle in the league so far. But the rest of the episode was alright. And I do like the Guzma segment. So I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. So, yeah, guys, what do you guys think out there? Do you like this episode? Do you dislike it? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Or not. It's up to you. So do what you want, people out there. Anyways, I'm out. This is my impression video for today. And I hope to see you guys in the next impression video. So I will talk to you guys later.